Could you stand a little taller, just a tad?
Like this?
Yes, yes. The chin a tiny bit low. Gaze a little more to the right. There! Now, hold the pose. Just a few more minutes. You have such an incredibly singular face. That's a compliment, my lord, out of my mouth. Your particularity gives you character.
You're still here?
We've nearly finished. Have you any more need of me, Master?
You haven't forgotten that we're setting sail today, have you?
Of course not.
Your cousin is nowhere to be found. I've searched the palace from cellars to attics. Your uncle is beside himself.
He was of a mind to paint the town last night. Don't worry, I shall track him down. Make care to your own preparations without wrinkling another frown. We'll meet you on the boat.
It's about time your cousin took account of the responsibilities awaiting him. He should go and inform the ambassadors of Teleme and the Bridge Alliance of his departure.
Have no fear, Master. I will go and see them in his name. I beg your pardon, but urgent matters call me away. Might we finish all this later?
Impossible, my lord. You are leaving with the tide, if what I've been told is correct.
I am sorry, sir. Truly, I must be going.
My lord, please, I beg you. Her Highness has personally requested I finish.
Thank you, cousin, for getting me out of that.
Sire, I'm sorry. I'm afraid that I won't make for good company.
Greetings, Your Excellency.
Hey! Green blood!
Kurt.
And so the day has finally come. My royal fledglings are leaving the nest.
Accompanied by their most loyal and tenacious master of arms.
As loyal as your goal.
Oh, enough with the cold mercenary. I know you like us. Still hiding your men in the unsuspecting shadows of the greats of this world, I see.
Hey, our blades are the only thing keeping you dainties alive.
Kurt, I'm not in need of your protection. I'm no longer a child, you know.
Is that so? Well, let's see. Fight with honor! Me who thought myself a competent weapons master.
It's becoming a little hard to believe.
Don't add insult to injury. This is humiliating enough. We'll need to get you through the basics, or you risk getting your feathers plucked at the first sign of trouble.
That could definitely come in handy.
In that case, Otto here is going to be your training partner. Go! Fight with honor! It appears we've brushed up on the basics.
It does, and I'd like to be on my way. I've quite the list of things to do before we depart.
Indeed. Remember that you can always train in our barracks on the island if you're feeling rusty.
Are your bags packed for the great departure?
Yes, you know I get by with very little. You're not angry that I'm coming with you, I hope.
On the contrary, I'm thrilled that both you and Sir de Cossillon are joining our party. A few friends at your side in unknown territory is a boon.
Ah, so the old goat is coming too. And there I was thinking I would die of boredom on the trip. By the way, where is our future governor hiding? I was hoping to put his skills to the test as well.
I have no idea. He had plans to celebrate his departure last night, and we haven't seen him since. You know Constantine. I should have gone with him, but my heart wasn't in the mood for celebration. The thought of bidding my mother farewell.
It is never easy to say goodbye. But you should be going to see her now. She must be waiting for you. I'll meet you in front of the palace. Then we'll go and find Constantine together.
Very well. I'll meet you as soon as I've said my goodbyes.
What is this? Have you not been taught to knock? I've asked 1,000 times. Oh, it's you, my dear child.
I'm sorry. I'm having trouble getting used to your condition.
Come now, let's speak of more pleasant things. I'm so very happy to hear your voice. You remind me so much of your father. I do miss him so. Today is the big day, isn't it? Ready to set sail for that island everyone's talking about.
Yes, but the idea of leaving you behind, alone and ill...
Dying, my child. Alas, there is nothing you can do by staying that would ease my suffering. One thing brings me cheer. They say the island is full of miracles, and we might find a cure.
Even if I were to find it, I would never be able to return in time to...
I know. But it brings me comfort to know my son has left on a mission to heal his people. Come now. It is time for you to take leave. Here, take this with you.
What is it?
A family heirloom. Something that... Take it and keep it with you. May it bring you good luck. All my blessings go with you, my child. Now, be off.
I wish you a good day, Your Excellency.
Hello, sir.
Sire, I'm sorry,
Kurt? It's done.
Sorry, Greenblood. Look, we can see the masts of the ship that'll be taking us. This is one sacred adventure we're embarking on.
I hope this island will keep its promises.
In order to know that, we'll need to find Constantine first.
You're right. Maybe he's already at the port. He was so eager to leave.
This will be quite the chore to finish before our departure. The commander wants to recover some merchandise from our supplier, but the transporter doesn't want to deliver. I did all I could to persuade. Nothing came of it. All the parliamenting fatigues me. But this is your domain. I wouldn't say no to a little help.
Of course. Where is the supplier?
In the lower boroughs, near the port.
Right then. We'll put it on our list of visits.
Where would you like to begin?
I've been asked to pay visits to the ambassadors of Thélème and the Bridge Alliance before our departure. Their dwellings are not far from here. We could go there first.
Very well. Do you think Constantine will be waiting for us next to the ship?
I don't know, but it's certainly worthy of inspection.
Sire, I'm sorry. I'm afraid that I won't make for good company.
To my help! And to the others!
Greetings, Your Excellency.
I wish you a good day, Your Excellency.
Greenblood, do you need something?
I wondered if you ever felt lonely.
I always do. Why, do you want to rectify this?
I hope to have kept you good company for all these years. After all, we were always together.
And I valued your friendship. But I thought you were referring to another kind of company. And to be honest, you and Constantine aren't exactly my type. Anything else?
I must leave you.
Come all! Citizens of Serene, come to me! You won't regret this miraculous opportunity.
The merchant is there. To my help! And death to the others! Move away! Things are about to get dicey! Careful, Greenblood! You're wounded! Greenblood, do you need something?
I wondered if you ever felt lonely.
I always do.
And what if I said yes?
Well, I'd be grateful, I suppose. Anything else?
I must leave you.
Come all! Citizens of come to You won't regret
The merchant is there. To my help! And death to the others! Move away! Things are about to get dicey! Greenblood, do you need something?
I must leave you.
Good day, good sir. How might I be of service?
You can start by explaining to me why you refused to honor the orders agreed upon with the guard.
There's been a misunderstanding, sir. Of course we're ready to honor the orders. In fact, I've already had a word with your master-at-arms.
They're asking that we pay again, despite having already paid.
It's just that the price has gone up since. I've nothing to do with it.
This is inadmissible. If you agree on a sum, you need to honor that agreement.
I'm sorry, sir. I'm just an agent. And I'm only obeying orders.
Why don't we go and solicit other suppliers, Kurt?
When we've already paid for the merchandise? If these thieves agree to reimburse the original payment, it's what we do immediately. And do know, in the future, we won't be shopping with them. Well, I should think not.
Why don't we go and solicit other suppliers?
When we've already paid for the merchant, if these thieves do not...
Your master has apparently asked you to demand a second payment for this merchandise.
That's right. He told me that their attendant seemed to be hiding something when he passed the order. And so he must have thought the guard would end up paying in the end, whatever he asked for.
I'll be damned. And I'm the one they've sent to settle the affair.
Sorry, Captain. It's nothing personal. I'm only following orders.
Following orders. Yeah, we hear you. Makes one wonder which one of the two of us is a coin guard.
This whole story sounds suspicious and stinks of a scandal. You're demanding a second payment but refuse to reimburse the one that was already made.
I'm not the one demanding nor refusing. It's my master.
This stubborn fool is pushing me to madness. You understand now why I'm asking for your help?
I don't think you understand who you're dealing with. Perhaps I failed to present myself properly. Lord de Sardet, nephew of the Prince d'Orsay and legate of the Congregation of Merchants. During our conversation, you explained to me that your master forced you to commit a crime. That's regrettable, especially as you will be considered his accomplice in extortion, theft. You know as well as I that the Congregation does not tolerate such illegal activities.
But I'm only obeying orders.
That is a shame. Well, as orders are the only language you seem to understand, I order you to return the guard the merchandise, without delay. Unless you'd rather your master is hung and that you finish your days in prison.
As you request, my lord. I shall go immediately and ask that these crates be delivered to the attendant.
Now that's a wise decision.
Thank you. I was beginning to think this would never end. You're certainly honoring your new title. Bravo! The quartermaster must be expecting us.
I believe I've seen you at the palace. Are you one of the prince's relatives?
Good day, Excellency.
Sir de Sardet, to what do I owe the pleasure?
I have come to inform you that my cousin Constantine and I are departing for Tirfredi on the hour.
Ah, yes. I did indeed hear talk that you had both received callings of greater stature. Allow me to congratulate you. Were you not named legate of the congregation?
You are correct, Excellency. I thank you.
It is a station of great honor that I am sure you will fill with brio and panache. The Mother Cardinal Cornelia will be enchanted to work with you, and your cousin in the future. I only regret that your departure is so sudden.
Really?
To be entirely honest with you, I was hoping to solicit your help in a rather delicate matter.
Tell me more about it, and perhaps I can take care of your problem before my departure.
Very well. A small group of dangerous heretics has found refuge in Serene. We know that your uncle tolerates the presence of all pagans within the city walls. But these particular non-believers threaten the fragile harmony of this place. We would consider it a tremendous favor if you would arrest them and deliver them to our guard.
Heresy is not a crime in Serene. You do know that. But I'm sure my uncle would hear your arguments. Why call on my intervention?
The prince would indeed give us his blessing, but it would take time. Far too much time. For according to our sources, these fugitives have already made contact with a smuggler to take them who knows where.
I see. You're hoping that I'll be able to do something before they make it to an enemy city. If your heretics are planning on boarding a ship, then they must be in the dockyards. I'll look into this and see what I can do. Could you tell me anything about Thélème?
It would be a pleasure. As you already know, our glorious nation is guided by our faith. We follow the teachings of Matthias, our founder and greatest prophet, and give thanks each day to the Luminous for having gifted us magic. The high dignitaries of Thélème are at the same time our spiritual guides, advocates, and grand mages.
I've heard say that dissensions have appeared recently in your nation.
Ah, you must certainly be speaking about the debates that have divided the Ordo Luminous and the more political orders. The Lord Luminous has an extremely pure vision of our faith and applies the words of our saint very strictly. But other, more open-minded factions exist within our nation. They believe that a less rigid dialectic would attract souls more readily to our faith. But their differences are purely theoretical and do not threaten the cohesion of our nation, I assure you.
What's your point of view on the relations between our two nations?
As ambassador of Thélème, I can only rejoice at the mention of our commercial treaties. We appreciate as well the welcome that your uncle gave to our missionaries. Thanks to your support, more and more believers wander your lands. The congregation is our most precious ally. To be perfectly honest, we have only two complaints. That heresy is tolerated, and that your treaties with the Bridge Alliance are maintained.
How goes the conflict with the Bridge Alliance?
Your territory is, alas, the only one that has been spared from the ravages of war on the continent. We fight on every front, without great success.
And on Tirfredi?
To my knowledge, no one has yet seen. The Bridge have succeeded in provoking them, which leaves us greater
How is Thélème faring on Tirfredi?
We built a marvelous city. Did you know that certain historians, our missionaries there are, of course, but,
I must be going. Farewell.
May the light...
Oh, hello, Your Excellency. It is an honor.
Greenblood, do you need something?
I must leave.
But I still don't see Constantine at your side.
Don't worry. We'll find him in time.
I certainly hope so.
What will be your official title on Tier Or are you just here to keep it?
Come now, don't be ridiculous. But His Highness has also asked me to. I am therefore required to take note of all of it. Also obtain as much knowledge as possible. Your help will be extremely...
It's always a privilege to help. I need to be leaving.
Lively there, lads and lasses! I promised the merchants and their prince we'd be off before the tide. You, man, carry that properly. That porcelain is worth more than your life. There are some children we'd been best to refuse.
Captain Vasco.
And you are?
I'm de Sardet, the prince's nephew. If all is in order, we will soon be embarking on your boat.
It's a ship, not a boat.
Apologies.
Apologies for my asking, but the young governor isn't with you.
He didn't come home this morning. I need to find him before departure.
I hope nothing's happened to him or he hasn't changed his mind. The tide does not wait.
Perhaps he simply celebrated his imminent departure with a little too much enthusiasm. Is everything ready?
We're short a crew member. The cabin boy is missing. But have no fear, we will leave without him if he does not...
Is he an important member?
We don't need him for sailing or navigation.
He must have simply had a bit too much to drink in celebrating his...
I doubt that. Jonas was never one to fancy. And it's been 2 days since last he was seen. No, I fear... Might I ask you, if you hear... I would like to set sail with a clear mind.
When did you see your cabin boy for the last time?
It's been 2 days since it wasn't out of the ordinary until this morning. I met... But the day of departure, every able-bodied sailor must...
Does the boy know anyone in...
Other than fellow... I don't think so.
This Jonas...
In tradition, we are all members of the same family.
Might I have a word with them?
As you wish. You'll find...
You haven't heard anything about my cousin, by chance, have you? To be honest, we were hoping to find him here.
Did you say he was intending on... My men spoke of a rather animated party that went down...
That isn't the safest place in the city.
Let's go and find him. Thank you.
Happy to be of some help.
Have you seen anyone wandering about? Suspicious?
Take a look around. There are far too many coming. As long as they don't try and get on my ship, I pay. That said, we did...
A smuggler. Maybe...
In the port jails. May I ask you, why the sudden...
Nothing to bother yourself about. I'm just curious.
You wouldn't, by the sheerest of coincidence. The same a couple of the ambassadors of Teleb.
And so you know about that?
Of course. The Cardinal's henchmen are hard to miss, and they were making quite a fuss. Hope feel free to carry out your own investigation. The port brigs, just like the warehouses, are...
Could you tell me a little about your guild?
We are masters of the oceans. Our ships can sail...
Thanks to your magic, so I've heard.
Our magic, yes. As for your question, any child born on one of our ships, others are sea-gifted, joining the Norts for different... It's how the guild is made and made.
Could you tell me anything about our destination?
It is a magnificent... The natives have a relationship with their land, and they're a very friendly people, welcoming. I've also heard that there are a great many exotic... But I wouldn't know what else to tell you. I've never...
What do you think of our port?
Are you referring to this one? Thanks to your prince, even though it remains part of yours, certain zones are owned completely by us. And it's a good port. Right, not.
Be back soon, Captain.
We need to have a word with that people smuggler the sailor mentioned.
He's a captain. And in order to interrogate the smuggler, he's jail.
Greenblood, do you need something?
I must leave you.
Celebrate the miracle of science. You won't believe your eyes. This discovery will give you faith in existence. Come one, come all. Citizens of Serene, come to me. You won't regret this miraculous opportunity.
Have a nice day, son.
Your time is precious.
I'm
in
sorry.
these
I'm
dark
afraid that I won't
hours.
make for good company.
But what you're about to discover could save your life. Come closer now, good people. Don't be afraid. Come, celebrate the miracle.
Are your boots worn through? Welcome! It's such a pleasure to see you again. Have you seen anything to your liking? What? Thank you for your visit. See you soon.
Sir Desade, I presume. It is an honor to make your acquaintance. Captain, you set sail soon. Have you seen to our little business?
Yes. We were finally able to recover your merchandise.
Excellent news. I'm afraid, though, that your mission isn't completely finished, Kurt.
Blast me, I'm a captain, not an errand boy.
The commander was quite explicit.
Very well. What do I need to do?
The merchandise that you obtained needs to be sent to Tier 4D as soon as possible. But the Port Authority formalities for shipping take an eternity to wade through. And we've already lost quite a bit of time with this dishonest merchant.
Are you blatantly asking us to smuggle this merchandise and contraband?
I would never ask you to do such a thing, Your Excellency.
Ah, but you don't mind asking that of Kurt?
Well now, if he finds an alternative solution that is less, illegal, that would be fine. The method matters not. But this cargo must reach the Isle on the next ship.
Marvelous.
Well then, I await your return with utmost impatience. I'm certain you shall do what's required.
Greenblood, do you need something?
I must leave you.
You'll find all you need in our selection. Whatever, come to me.
Sir, you still haven't found your cousin. As you well know.
Have no fear. I will bring him back in time.
I'm still without news of my...
I have a favor to ask before we leave.
I'm all ears.
We would like to load some merchandise into your ship's hold.
Impossible. You're too late for that. All merchandise must be registered at the Port Authority, and the formalities are long. So, unless you're asking me to turn smuggler and hide contraband on my vessel...
I wouldn't go that far. We're only talking about a few crates after all.
Well then, they'll have to wait. The next ship for New Serene leaves in a month.
Hellfire. If that shipment doesn't leave today, the commander will have my hide.
Captain, I understand your position, but isn't there some way we can get these crates on board?
I doubt it. Even if I wanted to help you, my quartermaster is a half-crazed bridge troll. He's gotten into his head that a gang of ruffians want to use my ship to pass contraband over to Tier 4D. He's placed guards where our cargo is being held before being loaded. All that is not in the warehouse, and noted on the manifest, will be left on the docks. Sorry, but your crates are gonna have to wait until the next ship sets sail.
Sorry, Kurt. At least we tried.
The commander is gonna have my head. I'm sure that's what he wanted in giving me this impossible task.
In that case, we're going to have to doctor the manifest ourselves. It must be at the Harbour Master's office. Be back soon, Captain.
Any idea how to get in there without being noticed?
Let's take a look around the building. We might find a less conspicuous entrance.
If you wore a Naut uniform and you were able to keep your mark hidden from them, they might let us in, unless we just offered them a drink. These sailors rarely refuse one.
I see where this is headed. If we drop a little soporific in their glasses, the way will be clear. I'll just need to find the proper ingredients, but it's doable.
afraid? Come, celebrate the miracle of science. You won't believe your eyes. This discovery will give you faith in existence.
Your Excellency.
Lord de Sade, I have been told that you were named legate. Congratulations. Those are great responsibilities for someone as young as yourself. But you will bring honor upon your family and the congregation. Of that I'm certain.
I thank you, Excellency. I've come here to inform you of our departure for Tirfredi. My cousin Constantine is about to take up office as governor of New Serene, and I'm accompanying him.
I had no idea you would be leaving so quickly. What a shame. I had thought... Well, then, that is a pity. Have a pleasant voyage. A brilliant future awaits you. They say that it is a marvelous island. Please convey to your cousin my congratulations and sincere wishes for success.
You seem slightly hesitant. Please, tell me what troubles you.
A rather unscrupulous individual has been sowing trouble in Serene. A charlatan passing himself off as an alchemist.
Do people actually give credence to these lies?
Alas, yes. They snatch up his celebrated panacea. Remedies worse than the ill, believe me. As you can well imagine, alchemists are our pride. This vulgar trickster casts dirt upon their reputation and our own at the same time. In any city of the Bridge Alliance, we would have arrested him. But here, we respect your laws.
I shall see what I can do, but make no promises. My departure is imminent.
I thank you, Excellency. And I am pleased to see you have taken so well to your new functions of diplomacy. The man operates in the city center. He is said to be clever and mean. Be careful.
Would you be so kind as to tell me what you know about the Bridge Alliance?
With pleasure. A legate needs to know the history and strengths of his allies. The alliance was sealed by several nations of the Bridge around 200 years ago. The greatest of our cities, Al-Saad, became the capital, and a council formed from the different nations now rules. This union was originally put into place to better resist the appetites for but our ancestors quickly realized that and of course, exchange today, it is by each day, we push the limits of...
Could you give me your understanding of the relation?
Our relations, the exchanges are very... I will not hide from you that we have... But your princes insist on maintaining a neutral stance between the congregation and the other nations on the continent. It is by all means a respectable position, even...
The Bridge Alliance has been on Tirfredi for much longer than we have. What can you tell me?
It is true that we founded Hikmet, our newest... Alas, I haven't been able to go there myself. It is a luxurious island. The vegetation is extremely varied. We discovered animals. Some are bigger than houses. A savage and crude people also. But you shall discover all of this.
And what of your war with Thelema?
It has been dragging on. If those bigots hadn't gotten it in their heads to convert, that's the way of the world.
Have you been fighting battles there?
From what I've been told, Thelema direct conflicts are in fact quite rare.
I need to be going.
Goodbye.
Sworn through, is your Serene come to me? Citizens, I present to you Panacea, the absolute cure of everything. Toothache, stomach ailment, and even an open wound. This potion heals all of that. And more still, this little phial is the product of years of research and intensive labor. I hear you asking if this remedy can heal one from the Malachor. Alas, not yet. But your question is legitimate. I am so close to finding the cure. But the Malachor isn't the only ailment causing you to suffer. Not true? Then don't miss out on this chance and give yourself a healthy and energized life. Rejoice! A phial only costs a few coins, and well worth it to make your life shiny and new again.
Does it really heal everything, your potion?
Everything. Absolutely everything. Except the Malachor, of course. That being said, it is known that those in top health resist the Malachor best of all. Then don't throw away this chance. Think of all the pains that this potion could help you avoid.
You are right. It's a deal. I'm gonna take two.
There's a man that knows a good deal when he sees one. Hurry now. There won't be enough for everyone.
There he is. He's our man, no doubt.
Ah, you're finally tempted.
In all honesty, I haven't made up my mind yet. I want to be certain that I'm not dealing with a charlatan.
In this day and age, I can't blame you. What might I do to convince you?
Will you drink one of your potions to prove your good faith?
Of course. I take a little sip every morning. But as I'm in perfect health, you won't be able to verify the improvement in my condition. But if it helps you make up your mind, give me just a moment. There now. As you see, I am still in excellent condition.
Come on now, I saw you take that vial out of your pocket. Nothing proves that it's the same potion that you sell to your clients.
As a man of science, I consider skepticism a remarkable quality. But in your case, it is not skepticism, but blindness.
We need to steal one of these potions and force him to drink it.
Brilliant idea, Kurt. Let's take a look at his cart.
Have you finally made up your mind?
I happen to have a vial of your medicine. Would you be willing to drink it in front of us? To prove that there is no risk?
This bullying is trying my patience. I'm beginning to suspect that you might be working for a rival.
You refuse to taste it?
You might have put something in it to cause me harm or further disgrace.
No, look. The vial is still sealed. It comes straight from your stock.
And you dare challenge me when you have just admitted to being a thief?
Come now. You can see for yourself that I'm gladly returning your vial, so that you might drink it in front of witnesses. This might help to dissipate my doubts, as well as those of these brave folk.
Yes, no, You don't have the right!
Damnation. He got away. He can't have gone far.
Find him before his head ends up on a spike.
Think back to the note that we found. We need to take a look at the tavern. He won't leave the city without his belongings.
Good day, tavern keeper.
Good day to you. What is your pleasure?
I'm looking for my cousin. His name is Constantine. I believe...
There was indeed a party here last night.
Whatever do you mean?
A brawl broke out.
I'm sorry. Amongst the rebel rousers, did they have hair down to his neck? Light brown?
I don't believe it. Of course he was there. He's the man that started. I hope you've come to reimburse me.
What kind?
A good half of my furniture was...
Let me take a look.
If you can fix it.
That's not a small sum.
Oh, the father has forgotten.
How is business going these days?
It's picking up. The Malicor and the epidemic still rages. Now that we have a city there.
Has the Malicor really put a damper on it?
More than people stopped going out of their homes. And then, thankfully, the alchemists of the bridge. People were still distrustful, as is their nature. I also lost quite a few regular... Oh, but that's nothing new to you.
With all these sailors coming and going, you must...
Right. Even story they say that man trees live. Treasure abounds under every... Last night, some naughts even told me they... Ah, but you know the kind.
I need to be off.
Goodbye.
The furniture is in terrible condition. The fight must have been extremely violent.
It looks as if it's fixable. I've seen worse. We'll need to build some metal dowels, but once done, we can make them like new.
I could repair this if I had some metal dowels. I don't have the key. Locked.
You again? What are you doing in my room?
I'm not the only one that has found you. Have you seen the mob that is gathering in the street?
I'm neither deaf nor blind. By the spheres. Why didn't I leave the city while there was still time?
The Alliance ambassador is quite unsettled by your commerce, and he is the one who sent me.
Serene? Him again. Ruining my career wasn't enough for him. He's the very reason I had to leave the Alliance. And here I am, playing the part of the potion maker. Me, who was once a respected member of the Academy of Al-Sad.
Are you not ashamed to have poisoned those poor souls?
These potions are not harmful. That is to say that they don't contain any harmful ingredients.
But you could just as easily produce real healing potions. So why don't you?
You don't understand. I fled, but I haven't put a stop to my own research. This potion is an attempt to create in those who drink it a resistance to the Malachor.
So you manipulate people to use as experimental fodder? That is completely unethical.
I don't have a choice, but it does not harm them, I assure you.
If this potion were inoffensive, then why wouldn't you drink it when I offered it to you?
I ran tests on myself for such a long time that I ended up becoming intolerant to it. A small sip of this mixture provokes in me now a violent reaction. I mean, the mob would have been furious in any case, but a normal dose, I assure you, is without risk.
Why does Serene bear you such hatred?
I wasn't fortunate enough to oppose certain great minds of the Academy, to criticize their methodology. I saw them inflicting torture on sick prisoners, making them drink the to find a remedy to the Malachor. They won't.
It is for an act of courage that you fell from grace. Dr. Serene warned me that you were an imposter.
That doesn't surprise me. I understand if you don't believe me after all that. I would still be one if Serene hadn't set up a...
Your methods don't seem so different.
I don't torture people. And this potion...
Perhaps, but you're hurting innocents.
So...
I'm sorry, but I don't trust you. I'm going to deliver you to Dr. Serene.
Sir, I beg you to spare me.
I've heard enough. You're under arrest.
How unjust. I am finished. Serene is going to throw me in the bottom of a deep cell, if not worse.
Greenblood, do you need something?
I must leave you. Your Excellency.
Lord de Sade.
I tracked down your man near the Coin Guard barracks.
Finally.
Let's just say I put an end to his activity. Matters turned out a little more... He is hiding in a room in the Coin Guard Tavern.
Why didn't you have him arrested?
Angry citizens have gathered round the building. I decided it better to avoid the mob. But if...
Governor Buren will be happy to learn that a legate with great assiduity will soon be... Thank you for your help, Excellency, and...
I need to be going. Goodbye, Excellency.
Goodbye, Lord de Sade.
I could repair this if I had some metal dowels.
Well then, were you able to repair it all?
No, I haven't.
In that case...
That's not a small sum.
How the fuck?
I need to be off.
Goodbye. Perhaps we'll discover some useful information.
Good day. Someone told me that you're a...
That's right, yeah.
Yes. Your captain...
Happy to hear he's taken the disappearance seriously.
What do you think about Captain Vask?
He's a damn good navigator. He knows his craft well, in spite...
How old is he?
He's not seen his 25th year yet. If he...
When did you last see him?
2 days ago, in the evening.
Did anything seem out of the...
Maybe a tad troubled.
Why would that be?
Boy, I haven't...
What does Jonas do in his free time? When you're on...
He just hangs around here or there. You know, when evening comes, we usually go down the tavern with good old Lauro.
Did he...
Never. He sips his pint like it...
Does he know anyone in Serene?
No one.
Do you think he could have made himself...
I wouldn't think that for a moment.
I don't know where to start with this.
No. Lauro...
And you don't believe...
I like Lauro, don't get me wrong, he's like a brother. The itch for a drink gets us all, but to him more than others, and when you drink too much... Here, yesterday, it was me who tied one. I called back to him, as...
I need to be going. Good day, sailor. I've been told that you know the missing cabin boy well. Is that right?
You talking about Jonas? But like I've been crying to the 9 deaf...
What do you think about Captain...
He's a just man. Who knows? It's a pity that he hasn't much heart for lass now.
Were you a witness to the event?
Yes, I was. Even the other day, in the tavern, I saw... And then when we left, him and I, well, those brutes were there, waiting for him.
Why didn't you intervene?
I tried to, believe...
Did you report this to the captain?
Unfortunately not. I know all too well what weight my word and the captain.
Did Jonah seem troubled to you?
Maybe.
Do you know what was on?
No.
Why would anyone want to snap?
How would I know? You think...
It's just that I can't imagine a gang of thugs hoping to get around. Did anyone else see the...
There was still a small crowd in the... I seem to recall that regular being there. We play kind of fellow who plays from morning to night time to be that skilled. But now and again he comes out. When...
Thank you, Lara.
Strange story, this is.
Something isn't right here, I can feel it. We need to lift the veil on this.
So, you still haven't found your cousin?
Have no fear.
I'm still without...
Be back soon, Cap.
Are your boots worn through? Is your... You'll find all you need in our selection. Whatever you need to be the talk of all Serene.
Locked.
So you're back. Right then. What?
I regret to say that the cargo's...
Huh.
They are.
Well then, I await your return.
Are your boots worn through? Is your hat
And there you have it. You'd never guess they were once broken.
Well then, were you able...
Yes.
That does indeed look...
I would hope.
Your cousin is either a very bad judge... Dangerous fellows.
What kind of business?
Several, actually, and they're all... In any case, if you were set on recovering...
Thank you for the information.
Get off with ya. Get him out of whatever... Anything else?
I'm looking for a Naut. A young cabin boy who's been missing.
A Naut, you say? That's...
According to one of his fellows, he would have...
A kidnapping. In my... I would have noticed.
Someone told me about one of your faithful clients.
I see. And Abel...
Where might I find him?
Here. He would never... Anything else?
I need to be off.
Goodbye.
Who are you? I don't reckon...
No. Have no fear. I'm looking for a Naut that disappeared. A young cabin boy.
Yes, that...
What can you tell me about the boy?
He seemed rather nervous, as if he was... And he must have been right to be nervous.
Tell me what happened that evening.
A rich merchant came. The kind of man you can round up for a few. They exchanged words with the cabin boy. The kid was different.
And after that?
It just so happens that I did go out for a... And I think I might well have seen those same... I wouldn't have thought that they were kidnapping him.
Who was the rich merchant, do you think? A jilted...
No, sir. You were in... It was Sir Fontaine.
Where can I find him?
He has a house in the wealthy boroughs.
Thank you.
This man is completely owned by his love for the game. Do you think we can trust him?
What would he gain from lying?
I have no idea. But what would any wealthy merchant gain from holding a penniless child?
Might I help you, sir?
I would like to have a word with Sir Fontaine.
He is absent, but enter, please.
Oh, I know you. I've seen you at court. And to what do I owe the honor?
I would like to have a word...
He is not here. But...
It concerns a delicate matter. According to witnesses, he...
I see. I am afraid that you have been misled. You seem to have come to the... He has simply returned...
Excuse me, but
Don't you see, Your Excellency?
I am very surprised. Several witnesses and that his men escorted him from the tavern using...
Witnesses? In a tavern?
These witnesses are all in agreement, and it's their testimonies that...
My son was probably shocked to have found us. My husband... A gesture that your drunkards must have...
How did you find your son's trail?
We have never stopped looking for him. We learned the new name they gave him, Jonas. Then we learned the name of the ship he sailed on. No sooner had it docked in Serene than my husband had the crew watched.
Where might I find your son now?
I cannot say, Excellency. Until the Nauts have set sail, we live in fear they will take...
This pact? It sounds like some fear-inducing story.
The Nauts wouldn't be the first to recruit through dubious means.
you had any idea who I am. Open up, imbeciles! I have a ship to catch!
That vulture of a tavern master was right. It is Constantine's voice. It's coming from the floor above.
It sounds as if he's locked up.
And I have a feeling they're expecting company. Be careful. The slightest itchy word to these brutes will have them drawing blades to scratch it.
Negotiation may be the solution. As you say, this breed of brutes won't spit on ransom money.
What a waste. I'd rather sneak around them than give half a coin to these seedy fellows.
It's blocked. It's not possible just now. It's not possible just now.
Someone with deep pockets will show up sooner or later to liberate them. Stuff. He's making a great deal of noise. We could knock him out, or gag him.
To my help! And death to the others!
Locked.
Well, this has been monumentous, gentlemen, but I have more important things to attend to. An island to govern, treaties to sign, riches to expedite, and a demanding father to impress!
Constantine, it's me!
My dear cousin! Oh, my lucky star! Always there to pull me out of my fires.
Well, I do what I can. We're departing soon. Your father wasn't pleased by our absence this morning.
Have you ever seen him happy about anything when it comes to me? You know what he thinks of me.
He cares about you. I know that. He appointed you governor, didn't he?
He is ridding himself of a source of constant disappointment. enough said. Today we set sail for adventure. If you only knew how these river scum treated me. Do me a courtesy, good cousin. Now that we stand boldly alongside the brave Kurt, let's give them their money's worth.
There's no one left to pay, Your Highness. The brave Kurt and your cousin have already settled the books.
Really now? What a shame. I would have loved to have seen that. We've nothing left to do then than to board our ship. An adventure awaits us at the end of the street. Greenblood, do you need some?
I'm asleep.
Welcome! It's such a pleasure to see you. Have you seen it? Thank you for your visit. See you soon. Welcome! It's such... Have you seen it? Thank you for your visit. See you soon.
Sir? Constantine d'Orsay, future governor of Tyr...
Enchanted as well, Your Highness.
Are you ready? Can we weigh anchor?
We should be able to set sail with it. I'm still without news of my cabin boy.
I spoke with a woman who told me she was the mother of the cabin.
Taken? Her son is sea-gifted.
A contract?
A commercial contract. In exchange for services rendered by the North. In some cases, nations even trade some of their subjects before they're born. I wouldn't be able to tell you the condition of Joan, but what I can tell you is the young man hasn't, and ever since, he's been a naught. Arthur.
Be back soon, Captain.
You see anyone else who might be able to help us? Anyone who's not a naught?
How I would like my father to be implicated in this sordid business. Our old teacher must surely know what's going on here. Let's go talk to him.
Hello? What can I do for you?
We're the relay. You're dismissed.
Finally! We were starting to grow moss. Courage, me hearties. The path is clear. We should notify the men. They need all the time they can get.
Who is there?
May the Illuminated save us. Did the smuggler send you?
The man to which you are referring was arrested and thrown into prison.
Have you come to deliver us to the Inquisition? Please, please, have pity. We are not heretics. We are nothing more than...
In that case, why is the ambassador of Telane? Why is the Inquisition
Our only error was wanting to publish...
It's true. We presented our research, but it didn't please...
We fled all the way to Serene, but the Inquisition wants to silence us.
Tell me more about your research. What about it?
Our work concerned the teaching...
The disciple of Saint Matthias.
The very same. His writing was carefully...
With the discovery of Teofredi, we wanted to verify if this island could have been the far...
And?
Teofredi is without any doubt the land that our... But the text that we discovered...
In the original text, St. Lucius doesn't speak. He speaks of a voice that came from the depths of the earth.
It was written in black and white.
I understand now what that text... This voice from the depths sounds more the power of...
The sacred texts are always difficult to interpret.
Who were you hoping would give you asylum?
We were hoping to reach Al-Sad.
Our research won't interest the Bridge Alliance, or at least I doubt it. But at least we'll be safe.
That would be better than...
Did you try speaking with the censors? You could...
Oh, we have signed already an abjugation. We were even ready to say that we had never seen the truth.
It served no purpose.
I see. Well, you have no other...
I beg of you, please do not deliver us to them.
I could have a word with the good doctor, if he can be persuaded to offer you a...
Your goodness honors you.
If I manage to convince the ambassador, you'll need to Stay here.
Captain, sir, we were given orders to wait here with the merchandise.
The way is clear. It's time to get going.
Do your best to be quick and quiet about it. You won't have much...
Don't you be worrying.
The warehouse is at the end to the right.
Move out. Quick step.
Your Highness, I'm happy to see you. Your absence this morning worried both your
Come now, Sir de Corsilion. My father may have been angry out... I am sad to have caused you any worry, though. Would you believe that I was rotting away in a... Though still seeing double from last night's drink, I was... Ta-da! My dear cousin jumped up...
You might have refrained from the company of bandits.
Take away the risk and halve the...
I fear that some of my teaching... But you wanted to ask me so...
I've had a word with Lady Fontaine. You must know her. That rich family that lives... She told me a strange story about... She said that he was taken when he was a child.
Who was a cabin boy?
They took him back to...
Well, that is very unpleasant news, de Sade. We need to do all... Since time immemorial, there's always been a certain... price to pay for the services of the Nauts. Children born on their ships belong to them. It's the rule of the sea. But certain contracts are so important that they all... From time to time, the congregation has passed such accord. and certain...
Are you telling me that the Fontaines lost their son because of some...
No. That pact ended a long time ago. But Sir Fontaine has made a fortune trading with the Alliance.
Do you mean he would have offered up his own...
Well, he probably did it before the birth of the child. What counts most is that breaking a contract with the seafarers has always cost us dearly.
I will do my best.
A father selling his own son for a few boat rides. For ugly, that is ugly.
Lady Fontaine didn't seem to have any knowledge of that detail. That could be of use to us.
Don't you worry now. You'll get your merchandise.
Might I help you, sir?
Where is the master of the house?
I wouldn't know where, my lord.
Your loyalty is to your credit. But I need to have a word with him.
Well, if you only want to.
Let me think about it.
My loyalty, as you say, is not...
This document mentions another property. A warehouse.
That would be a great place to hide. Shall we take a peek?
Excuse me, madam.
If you would be so courteous,
With respect. Your Excellency.
Lord de Sade.
I would like to talk to you about a rather delicate matter.
I am listening.
A couple of historians have made a recent discovery, and it seems that this is not to the liking...
These sinister hypocrites are...
Without a doubt. And that's why these...
We are willing.
At the port of Serene. They were hoping to stow away discreetly on a vessel.
Very well. I shall send...
I need to be going.
Goodbye, Lord.
we owe you our lives. We are eternally grateful.
It was nothing. I hope you won't have too much to...
If you would allow me, I would like to...
Farewell.
You have a kind heart, Greenblood. It'll be the end of you, but that doesn't bother me. I wouldn't have wanted those poor buggers to end up on a burning pyre.
It would seem that I'm not the only one with a tender heart.
Greenblood, do you need something?
I must leave. Good day, Excellency.
Sir de Sade.
It pains me to inform you that the heretic...
Curse them!
Alas, these renegades have found protection with the... I would not have been able to capture them without risking a diplomat...
The bridge. But I had hoped that you might... We have nothing else to do but...
I must be going. Farewell.
May the light...
Here we are. Be careful. Fontaine won't be alone. He'll have his henchmen with him.
A handful of underlings don't scare us away. Right, cousin?
Oh! To my help! And death to the man!
Greenblood, do you need some?
I must leave you.
To me, gods! Take no
To
prisoners!
my help! And death to the others! Move away! Things are about to get dicey!
So it's here that our man keeps his son. Abusive fathers.
Who are you?
My name is Desade. Your captain has sent me to find you.
And were you able to convince my...
I'm extremely sorry. He preferred to fight to the death rather than allow you...
And the woman?
You don't seem to be all that...
I hadn't seen them since I was 5 years. Find me, capture me, and lock me... My family is the Naughts. I am sorry for my parents.
Yes. You should still go and...
Sworn through? Is your hat out of stock?
Where is the manifest to be found?
I've already been to the port authorities. They keep the official documents upstairs.
To my health! And death to the others!
Move away! Things are about to get...
Here's the ship's manifest. We only need to add our merchandise to the list.
Sir?
Are you ready? Can we weigh anchor?
We should be able to set sail with the tide. My cabin boy, Jonas, is back on...
You do? It's a rather sad affair.
All we can do is plot a course. I do thank you. Your actions bring you on.
Be back soon, Captain.
Find all you need in our selection.
So you're back.
We can guarantee that you're...
Thank you, Yuri.
The cargo shall make the voyage.
That shall be your next mission. Once you've reached New, he will give you new until then. I wish...
Greenblood, do you need...
I must leave.